In case you're wondering if Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Canada could get any more crazy or anti free speech, it absolutely can. It's Justin Trudeau's Canada. He's still in charge. Everything can always get worse. And now we have this pending case where a man is awaiting trial in December because he heckled Justin Trudeau at a pancake breakfast back in 2022 in the city of Calgary. I know the man being charged here. His name's Kent Manning. He's a very good friend. And it's completely ridiculous to see prosecutors basically intimidating and trying to hurt people financially because they had the gall to say something rude to Justin Trudeau after Justin Trudeau and his entourage basically plowed right into him at the pancake breakfast. So what had happened here, and maybe I'll just quickly play the global news clip just to give everyone a little bit of context about how at least the media covered this event. Here,
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Sunday morning Calgary Stampede pancake breakfast appearance did not go ahead without a bit of drama. Protesters showed up to the Genesis Centre blaming him for inflation, among other issues. One man in particular caused a disturbance and was asked to leave by police. But when he refused to leave, police had to escort the man off the property, and he was arrested for trespassing and resisting arrest.
and now that's true that the actual charging documents say that Kent had been a resisting arrest and that he was trespassing, and that's specifically what the trial is about, apparently. Even though this was literally a public event, anyone from anywhere, frankly, could have showed up to this park and grabbed free pancakes, talked to politicians, and whatnot. So he was literally just standing there talking to Leela A. here, a supposed conservative attending a liberal pancake breakfast, like basically to talk to liberal politicians and get donations for her leadership election in the UCP race. But Kent was just standing there talking to Leela. And at one point, Justin Trudeau and his entourage show up. They walk right through the middle of the pancake breakfast where Kent Manning is standing. He even told me he's specifically standing there. Justin Trudeau's coming towards him, and he doesn't feel like he should have to run off to the side and get out of his way while Justin Trudeau basically gets to walk right through and basically ignore everyone as he does it, doesn't have to get out of anyone's way or like a normal person. And Kent basically was in the middle of this. It got basically pushed around by his security, and at some point he makes the comment about Justin Trudeau treating women and girls badly. I think he makes a slight implication to the West Point Grey kind of rumors around Justin Trudeau. And I don't exactly love people bringing that stuff up because it can be a bit vulgar. It doesn't matter. He doesn't actually specifically say anything vulgar. He doesn't scream at Justin Trudeau. He doesn't, he doesn't push back against one of the cops. He just gets pushed. And then obviously after just heckling him, and he also heckled George Chahal. George Chahal didn't cry about it. He made a point about George Chahal being a porridge pirate, and George Chahal said something snarky back, and that interaction was over. George moved on. But because he said something to Justin Trudeau, the king himself, then the police jump into action, arrest Kent because he refused to leave a public event in which Kent Manning had not done anything wrong. And I don't even think that the prime minister's own security guards or anything had basically requested he leave. The Calgary RCMP just jumped into action in order to get rid of Kent, saying that he can't get free pancakes at an event where supposedly everyone's allowed to be there, regardless of a political affiliation or disagreeing with the prime minister. But I think this is a case that actually really needs to be fought, because I've even encouraged Kent. I wouldn't just try and plead guilty or something like that, apologize and not have to pay any fine or whatever. This is complete nonsense. You should be able to be present around the prime minister and say something slightly snarky and not assume a prosecutor is going to try and bleed you for thousands of dollars of your own money just to be able to make the case that for your own free speech and ability to just stand there, or your freedom of association, you shouldn't be charged because the PMO just happens to not like people who are a little bit mouthy. It's completely ridiculous. But as I showed on screen a second here ago, I actually wrote a whole article about this. I'll be linking it in the description of the video below. But here's even the invitation. It was for anyone around the sort of Calgary Skyview area, or if you lived nearby in a different riding, you could also show up. But this is George Chahal Stampede Breakfast. I believe that they literally, like, join us for some pancakes, great time, please RSVP so we know you're coming. And Kent even RSVP'd. It wasn't like he just showed up and he wasn't like, they weren't prepared for the number of people showing up. So please, sir, you have to leave. You didn't even RSVP for this event. No, he was. And they, for some reason, I guess, decided it was disgusting of Kent to actually, like, I don't know, say something after being pushed. If anything, you should probably go after the PMO's security guards or the Prime Minister's security guards who get really handsy with people that they literally walked into. But whatever. But so yeah, he gets like 2 counts for trespassing and resisting arrest. This was originally going to be decided. This whole trial was going to happen in the summer, I believe, in January. But it's been pushed back just because there's some conflicts with lawyers not being available for the specific times the trial was going on for. And then it got pushed back to October. And now I believe it's happening around the middle of December, like December 14th, 15th or so. And so what I had originally done is I had started up a GoFundMe for Kent Manning to help pay for some of his legal costs. He didn't want to use Give Send Go just because he didn't think enough people would know Give Send Go at the time, which was true because the convoy had just happened, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't really still trust Give Send Go as a platform. So we're using GoFundMe. So if you want to give any money to Kent to try and help him with the cost of his legal team in order to fight back against this ridiculous charge by Canadian prosecutors or Crown prosecutors for the crime of heckling Justin Trudeau, that would greatly help Kent. He's a very dedicated conservative, volunteers on all conservative campaigns, and just very swell guy. If you ever talk to him, he's very forward with everything he believes, very confident person, but he's a very, very nice man too. It's completely ridiculous if you ever met Kent thinking that you would ever have to be like, you ever feel in danger of him being at an event. But regardless, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not plugging any of my other stuff because I want to keep it to just focusing on this situation with Mr. Manning. So if you want to donate anything to him, in the description below, I've linked the GoFundMe, $5, $10, $50. It all helps. I've donated to it myself back in the day when I first started it. I'm the one managing to give the GoFundMe, but the money is going to him so he can pay for the lawyer. He is a really, really able lawyer. I believe it's Elaine Hepner. So if this goes to trial, I think that the prosecutors will hopefully get laughed out of the courtroom, and it will be a great victory for people who actually value freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and think that Justin Trudeau and his bodyguards are hypersensitive and need to get over themselves. It's quite insane. Like this is one of those reasons why I find Americans make fun of Canada these days, because we have this odd sensitivity around just basic things about what people say and people getting prosecuted for saying the wrong things, standing in the wrong place. Justin Trudeau frowned upon you, so you're going to have 3 charges against you for doing absolutely nothing. Canada's becoming a bit of a clown world. We absolutely need to get Justin Trudeau out of office. The one thing I will plug about myself is I am running for the Calgary Signal Hill Conservative Party nomination. So if you want to support me in that, if you buy a Conservative Party membership and you live in the riding, you can vote for me in the nomination race, probably happening in the next 4 or 5 months or so. So if you buy a membership, you will be entitled to vote on that ranked ballot on who you like the best to represent the area. And other than that, I'll let everyone go today, and hopefully I'll have another video or another stream coming soon.